The Act of Union, 1707, the historical agreements that united Scotland and England. Presentation overview. Historical context. We will explore the historical context that led up to the Act of Union, examining the political, economic, and social factors that shaped the decision. Key events and significance. We will examine the key events and significance of the Act of Union, from the Treaty of Union to the protests and resistance that followed. Consequences and legacy. We'll analyze the consequences of legacy of the Act of Union, looking at how it shapes the United Kingdom today and the ongoing debates and controversies surrounding it. Background and context. History of Scottish and English parliaments. The Scottish and English parliaments have a long and complex history that shapes the political and economic context of the Act of Union. Understanding the historical context of these institutions is essential to understanding the decision to unite. Social and cultural context. The broader social and cultural context of 18th century Scotland and England influenced the decision to unite. Factors such as economic prosperity, religious and cultural differences, and geopolitical pressures all played a role in the Act of Union. The Scottish Parliament. Feudal Assembly. Scottish Parliament was originally a feudal assembly made up of lords, bishops, and abbots. It served as an advisory council to the Scottish monarch and had limited powers. Modern institution. The Scottish Parliament underwent a transformation during the 17th century, becoming a modern institution with greater legislative powers. This change was brought about by political and social developments in Scotland. The English Parliament. History of the English Parliament. The English Parliament has a rich history of political turmoil, including the Civil War and the Glorious Revolution. We'll explore how the Parliament has evolved over time and examine the events that shaped its history. Evolution of the English Parliament. The English Parliament has evolved from a small advisory body to a powerful legislative body over the course of its history. We'll examine how its role expanded and changed over time. The Act of Union. The English Parliament played an important role in shaping the Act of Union, which united England and Scotland into a single country. We'll examine the events that led to the Act of Union and its impact on both countries. Key events and significance. Treaty of Union. The Treaty of Union was signed by Scotland and England in 1707, creating the Kingdom of Great Britain. It was a significant event that marked the beginning of a new era of political and economic unity between the two countries. Protests and resistance. The Act of Union was met with protests and resistance in Scotland, with many people fearing the loss of their national identity and economic independence. Despite this, the Act remained in place and had far reaching consequences for Scotland, England, and the rest of the world. The Treaty of Union. Creation of the Kingdom of Great Britain. The Treaty of Union was the legal document that created the Kingdom of Great Britain, uniting Scotland and England into one country. Economic concessions. The Treaty of Union included economic concessions that were made by both Scotland and England. These included the establishment of a single currency and the removal of trade barriers between the two countries. Political concessions. The Treaty of Union included political concessions that were made by both Scotland and England. These included the formation of a single parliament and the sharing of political power between the two countries. Protests and resistance. Jacobite rebellions. The Jacobite rebellions were a series of uprisings in Scotland and Ireland aimed at restoring the House of Stuart to the throne of Great Britain and a response to the Act of Union. Nationalist sentiment in Scotland. The Act of Union provoked a strong nationalist sentiment in Scotland, with many Scots opposing the agreement and demanding greater political autonomy and independence. Consequences and legacy. Formation of the United Kingdom. The Act of Union led to the formation of the United Kingdom in 1707, creating a political and economic union between Scotland and England that remains in place to this day. Spread of British influence. The Act of Union played a key role in the expansion of British influence across the globe, particularly during the era of British imperialism in the 19th and 20th centuries. Scottish independence movement. The Act of Union remains a topic of ongoing debate and controversy, particularly in relation to the Scottish independence movement and the question of whether Scotland should remain part of the United Kingdom or become an independent country. The United Kingdom today. The UK's role in the world today. The United Kingdom is one of the world's most powerful and influential countries with a strong economic and a rich cultural heritage. The country plays a significant role in global politics as well as international trade and commerce. Political challenges facing the UK. The UK faces a number of significant political challenges, including Brexit, Scottish independence, and the rise of far-right political movements. These challenges have a major impact on the country's political stability and its relationship with other nations. Economic challenges facing the UK. The UK faces a number of significant economic challenges, including rising income inequality, sluggish growth, and the impact of Brexit. These challenges have a major impact on the country's economic stability and its ability to compete in the global marketplace. Debates and controversies. Scottish independence movement. One of the ongoing debates surrounding the Act of Union is the Scottish independence movement, which seeks to break away from the United Kingdom and establish an independent Scottish state. Identity and representation. The Act of Union raises broader questions of identity and representation, including issues of national identity, cultural heritage, and political representation. Conclusion. Historical significance. The Act of Union was a landmark event in British history that still affects the political and cultural landscape of the United Kingdom today. It is a fascinating and complex subject that continues to be studied and debated by historians and scholars. Unity versus independence. The Act of Union is a subject that is viewed differently by different people. Some see it as a triumph of unity, while others view it as a betrayal of independence. This diversity of opinion adds to the complexity of the subject. Thank you.